Hello there, it's Carol here. Welcome to another pocket project. Today I was inspired by a video that I saw by Clarty Hands Crafts, and it makes a really nice little pocket. So I have printed off a couple of pages from Ruby and Pearl's kit, and I've printed it on both sides, and I've trimmed away all the white excess around the outside. So I'm going to fold this bottom part up towards the top, but leave about a half an inch-ish space at the top between these 2 points here, making sure that we're nice and lined up at each end. And I'm just going to finger press for now. Then we're going to open it up, and I'm going to fold it in half widthways. And finger press and open it back out again. Now I've got two crease lines here and here. I'm going to cut up this bottom piece beyond the halfway point by about an inch. So this is the shorter side, this is the longer side, and I'm going to cut up the shorter side up the middle to just beyond that halfway crease line by about an inch. I'm then going to fold this right hand side up to the top and beyond the top, so that I'm folding it up to where my cut line finishes. And just use my bone folder to make that crease more definite. I'm then going to flip it over, and I'm going to fold this edge, this bit that's now overhanging the top, I'm going to fold that over. Again, just use my bone folder, and then I'm going to flip it back over. This is now going to flip over to the opposite side, and then I'm going to spin it round. This will now form the flap of the envelope, and we want to make sure that it's overlapping this bottom little fold here. Then open it back out, and I'm going to glue these down. So I'm now going to glue it all into position. So this little tiny fold, which is now at the bottom, is going to form that little base pocket. So if I open it up and just put a little line of glue there and there, and stick that down. This bit folds open, so I want to glue it down this side down here and across the bottom. And that now holds that pocket in position. So now we've got three pockets. We've got this little tiny one down here, we've got this pocket up here, and we've also got a little side pocket over here, ideal to put a little tag in, and then we can pull that flap down to close it all down and to hold everything in place. So I'm going to do a little bit of decorating on this. Because I haven't inked it up, I'm just going to do a little bit of my faux stitching along this tiny little pocket to just differentiate between the two sections, because otherwise it doesn't stand out very well. So I'll do that bit. So now it stands out a little bit better. I've got this label, a Tracy label, and I just want to put a tiny bit of glue across that bottom section there, and that will overhang the edge of the pocket, but it's high enough up that when the flap goes down you can't see it. made this little journal card to go inside of there. I've got another journal card. This was an Artie Mays one. That will go in the back pocket. And a specimen card. I think that was an income page. That will go in there. And then I've made a tag with some more ruby and pearl paper. It's one that opens out. I haven't done anything special on it yet, but it was just to demonstrate that in this side pocket here we can put the tag. Close that up. I've rounded my corners off and I've chosen a few little bits and pieces here to decorate. So I know that that's going to go in the middle and then that is going to sit underneath it. So I'm just going to ink this up. Ink it up, glue it up. Can't even speak properly now. Okay. So if I just hold that in place, I can then position that underneath. That will go there. Then I can put the label on. Add a flutterby. So that was a pink, a pink Monarch Prince flower. And this is an income page butterfly. Or as we call them in my household, flutterbys. That's going to go there. And then I've got another Tracy label. And that's going to sit up there. How cute is that? And then I can attach that to this page and I'm just going to glue around the three sides. But I could have made a pocket so that I could have just, you know, pulled it out. But for this purpose of my inspiration journal, I'm going to attach it. And then I can write up my instruction tag and insert it in the pocket at the top. So then that will do that, and I've got all these lovely bits and pieces inside. And what a great little pocket that is. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now. Bye.